These two friends have at last, after previously being disappointed, thinking they couldn't afford it, have now decided to apply for the non-lucrative visa. We are going to follow them over the next few weeks and report on their progress. We have known them here in Torrevieja since May 2022 when they contacted us and wanted to buy us a beer after watching our YouTube channel. We have been friends ever since and we catch up with them every time we come to Torrevieja. Hello, Grahame and Julie. Welcome to Between the Lakes. You're both retired now, and what did you do before you retired?
I worked for a company that makes medical products.
And I was a bus driver.
Right. Many years?
Yeah, bus driver for about 13 years. I've been retired now 6 years.
Yeah. Any funny stories?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of funny stories. But whether they'll be allowed on camera, I don't know.
Okay, we've got to keep it clean.
Yeah.
Before you decided to make this life-changing decision about coming here to live permanently, how much time did you spend in Spain?
Well, we've been coming here for about over 20 years now. Mainly at the beginning to Graham's sister and brother-in-law who lived here. So we'd come out for holidays a couple of times a year, maybe 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah, so
that sort of thing, yeah.
Holidays permitting, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you retired, and you like I say, you approached us about it, and we got the impression that you wanted to retire here full time, but something put you off. What was it that put you off?
Yeah, I looked on places like YouTube and other things like that, and there was nothing clear. It was all as, you know, we thought we'd have to have a lot of money to move here. So we just dismissed it because we just didn't think we could afford to do it.
Right, and what sort of figures did you see online then?
Well, we knew we needed 36,000 from the beginning.
That's for a couple.
That's for the couple. And then it went up to 72,000 on the second and third year.
Yeah.
Now we thought that 36,000, or what I think we were told that had to stay in the bank. We had to, then we had to have 72,000 on the second and the third year.
Yeah.
Also, which was misleading, we was told we'd have to have 2,500 going into a bank account each month.
Yeah.
And there's no way we could do that. No way. And so we just dismissed it and just left it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation online.
Yeah, there was a lot. I tried to go through different things, look at different things, ask people, but we were getting nothing back from it to say any different.
I mean, during the time when you came here, before you made that decision, you probably had to check out the 90-day thing as well, did you? You know, like...
Yeah.
Well, probably as you retired and then you made the decision just to not go for the residency, you probably thought about doing the 90 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is what we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you need some sort of a calculator, don't you, to make that work?
Yeah.
You know, you've got to check out when you go, and you can't be longer than 90 days, otherwise you get into trouble. And that could actually jeopardise your chances of being a resident.
Yeah.
You really need to get that right. So did you use an app for that?
Yeah, there's one I've got on my phone at the moment. It's pretty good. It's a calendar, and it tells you in blue how many days you got. When you go over the 90 days, it'll go into red.
Right.
And then you know you can't go past that.
Yeah, and it works it all out for you.
And that, and then you just wait till the next 3 months, and then you do it again. And and as long as it stays blue, you're in with it.
Do you know what they call it? Is it the 90 in 180? Was it from our video?
Yeah, I think it were.
So for those of you looking at home, it's called NINETY 180 in numbers.com.
I think
it's that one, don't you?
Yeah.
So we'll put a little link below. We'll put a link in the description as well. But that's a really good calendar made by a guy called Phil Bellamy, who we congratulated on his app when it first came out. It was fantastic. So yeah, there's another one as well called Schengen Simple, which is the one that we use, but you do have to pay for that one, and I think it's $7.99 a year. But that's very good, and it looks at the future bookings as well as your past ones as well. You own your own Spanish property.
We do.
Which is a big advantage. Also looks good on your application form as well, which is fantastic. You've been visiting Spain regularly for many years. Going back to when you decided to, to actually make that life-changing decision, what was it that made you change your mind, and what was it that sort of made you think this is for us now? We've now found out the truth, and somebody must have helped you along the way.
Yeah, we met somebody that, in fact, it was through yourselves.
When we met Simon.
When we met
through
Simon.
You, yes,
That's right.
yes, it
Simon,
was.
we met Simon through you,
Yeah.
and that was, to me, that was fate, really, because he's a
Meeting
person.
Simon
Yeah.
and his wife Sue, they knew what we wanted to do. They knew we thought we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So they helped us. They helped us so much.
Yeah,
They
brilliant.
went through everything with us, wrote it down so we could understand it,
Yeah,
made it clear.
I mean, Simon was very persistent.
He was.
But we weren't.
Yeah.
we weren't listening.
Yeah.
It was sort of going in.
you sort of negatively dismissed
Yeah,
it because of the online
and
misinformation.
I thought, we can't do it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
But then I don't know what it was, but he said something then, and then I came out with all the figures, etc., etc., and Sue just wrote it all out, and
They
we
just
looked,
worked it out for us.
and it was there. What we
What
could
was
do.
the thing that made you think we can afford it? What was it that swayed it?
What we didn't understand was, being on state pension,
Yeah.
we didn't understand that amount of state pension came off the total amount that you needed. So once they'd taken that off, we just have to make the shortfall up,
Yeah,
which we can do.
right.
And
yeah.
that was the biggest thing we didn't understand.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter how much state pension you get. If you only get state pension between, you just have to make
It
the
doesn't matter,
shortfall.
yes,
up.
whatever.
That's all it is.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
So your passive income, your pension,
Yes.
which could,
Yeah.
for the two of you could be as much as, or it could be up to 24,000 or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And that would come off
Yes.
That
the
would come off
36.
the
That's what we
actual.
didn't
Yeah,
realise.
So your shortfall would be 12.
Yeah,
yeah.
So that makes a massive
it
difference, doesn't
does,
it?
a big difference.
You know,
And what you've got to remember as well is that your pension is in pound sterling. That's in euros.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you've got to calculate, and you'll find that you
That
can,
24,000 then
Yeah.
becomes 30,000
Yeah.
euros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you've got you get the just to fill in the shortfall
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So it does make it easier.
So it makes it a lot. It made it a lot simpler for us to
Yeah.
understand.
So then you decided, let's go for
Let's
it.
go for it.
Yeah, yeah,
Which is what you had to do a couple of years before.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simon, who's a subscriber of ours, a friend of ours as well, Simon and Sue, who's very knowledgeable, isn't he?
Yes,
Very,
very.
And
Yeah.
he's one of these that he watches all the YouTube
He does,
programs
yeah.
about, and he's researched it, and he knows exactly what's going on.
We weren't sure, but really we felt, well, Simon's researched it. We're quite sure he knows what he's doing, and it made us feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you trusted him on
Yes,
what he was
we did.
telling you.
Yeah.
Because
and
he's nothing to gain from it.
Sue,
So.
she's the same as us. Basically, you can tell us things, and it'll sort of go out one ear, like she said.
Yeah.
And I like to write it down and get it done, and which she did for us.
Just
Yeah.
makes it look
Hell of
simpler,
a lot.
doesn't it? And you
Yeah.
can understand
made
it.
it clearer.
Yeah.
Did Simon introduce you to Chris from Upsticks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a chap I think he's in Costa del Sol, which is quite away from here, but he still helps anybody in Spain that wants to do this.
And he's got
and make this
contacts
work.
here as well, Mike.
Yeah, and he's got people that
Yeah.
work for him in
Well,
this area.
yeah. Anything like driving license, anything like that,
Yeah.
all that sort of thing. He'll do that.
So, and his company's called Upsticks, and they are very good. I mean, they do have a fee, of course, for using their services, but they hold your hand throughout the whole
Yeah.
process,
Yeah.
and it gives you a lot of confidence in what you're doing. I think he charges $695 per person, but for that you get he goes through every single form with you. I think you fill out a form in advance, don't you? So then he's got all your details up front.
The first meeting is a phone call. You go online, you book an appointment. So
Yeah.
you wait for the call, you get the call, he talks to you, and he will then decide whether or not you are legible to be able to come
qualify
out.
for the thing. Yeah,
And if he thinks he'll carry on going through it.
yeah. So he doesn't take your money first and then say you can't do it.
no.
He's a fair guy.
You
He knows
get a
what he's doing.
20-minute free call.
Yeah,
First of all,
yeah.
and then from that stems the next stages.
He sends you a pack or something, doesn't he?
He sends you the links, a police check,
Yeah.
and you have to do a medical certificate, which is done in Spain, very easy to do, and then you just go, they do it, and then you collect it, and then you also need a up-to-date marriage certificate.
Yeah, so all the forms and things that
Yeah.
you know, but it does help you with all that, you know, because it's quite complicated, I suppose, really. And he knows it. He's done it for so many
Yeah.
people. He'll know exactly what the
he's very good.
shortfalls are. Yeah.
And he's always on the end of the phone if you need
Yeah.
him.
So yeah, I've got a application forms to fill out, taxes, application fee, visa application fees, £575, which is the initial fee that you've got to do that in UK. So I think there's 3 consulate places in the UK. There's one in Manchester. Is there one in Newcastle? One in Birmingham?
Edinburgh.
and London.
And
All right,
London.
Edinburgh, London and Manchester. Is
Yeah.
that what it is? Yeah. So you obviously go to Manchester from Leicester.
Yeah.
You're based in Leicester. And you haven't done that yet, have you?
No.
You've got that to do, which
We've
is your
had-
next step when you go back.
Yeah. After that initial bits and bobs for the police check and all, he sends you a pack
Yeah.
then, and in that pack you've got all the forms that he's filled in for you, because it has to be in Spanish. So it's all done in that. It has to be stamped, etc. When we get back to England, then that's when we do the rest.
Yeah.
And we have to send the other documents to him.
Yeah. So there's like 2 stages, isn't there?
Yeah.
The stage, you do a stage in the UK, and then
In
when
the
you come
stage,
back here,
yeah.
then you've got to go to the Spanish place and get your TIE card, and then you're almost there, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's a long process, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
It
you've
is,
got
yeah.
Well, he
You've
says
got-
about 6 weeks apparently.
yeah,
So he says.
From the first phone call, he said 6 to 8 weeks
yeah,
to be going to the embassy.
yeah. And then it's a 5-year process, the full
Yeah.
residency.
Yeah.
So you've got your first year,
Yeah.
then you've got it's assessed after 2 years, and then after 2 years again,
Yeah.
and after the 5 years, and then as soon as you get your TIE card, you're a resident.
Yes,
aren't
and
you? In terms
that's
of
it,
law
you
and
can stay
everything.
then. You don't
The
have
thing-
to work at the 90 days.
What
Yeah.
happens when you get to the embassy and you hand in your pack? Also, you hand in your passports, and they keep the passports. If they grant you the visa, you'll get the passports back and the visa. Then you've got 90 days to come back into the country, and the 30 days to register.
Right.
But Chris says, the quicker you can get back in the country, the better, because of making appointments
Yeah.
to get to the for the
Right.
the
Yeah.
visa thing.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good that you've got Chris to sort of tell you all these little points that you wouldn't have otherwise
No.
known.
It is that
You know,
we
you
wouldn't have been
known.
able to have done it
No,
without
there's
him.
no way.
I think once you've got your visa, they like you to come back as soon as you can.
Yeah.
But once it's registered, then even if you don't get your appointment, they know you're registered to get that appointment.
To sum it up, really, from your delay in the application is because of the misinformation, which I
Yeah.
think.
Yes, and
that's
also we
based-
didn't mention the health insurance.
Yeah. Oh,
we
yeah. That's a
thought
big
we'd
one.
have to have a FD, health insurance.
Policy. Yeah.
But with us being on state pension, we get the.
That's right. Yeah.
The one
So
from the UK.
actually, we should point out at this stage that we are talking about retired people that are on the pension, like we are. We're state pensioners, aren't you?
I am now, yes.
And if you're not a pension, obviously you've got to go a different route. But if you're retired and you want to come to Spain, the best way forward is a non-lucrative visa. You're not allowed to work, but who wants to work when you've retired? You don't want to work. You just want to come here and enjoy the sunshine. But there's also the digital nomad visa, which is for people that work online and they can run the businesses online from anywhere in the world. They would have to apply for that. But the other thing that's important about the non-lucrative visa is that all the worry about the health insurance is scuppered because all you do is fill out an S1 form, and once that's ratified, then because a reciprocal agreement between Spain and UK, they just swap the responsibilities of the healthcare, so it goes from UK to Spain, and all you do is fill out the S1 form. So you've got no worries about paying hefty monthly insurances.
That's good.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's fine.
that was a big thing as well.
That was
Yeah, that's a massive.
You're talking £1,000 a
Yeah,
year,
it's a lot,
each,
isn't it?
Yeah.
at least.
yeah,
yeah, that's the other thing that we weren't told properly, wasn't it? And as well, so
So you'll soon be living the life of Riley.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
What's part 2? I should think is the thing just to
Yeah, well,
Soon
we will.
soon as get that visa in our hands. We will.
Yeah, we'll catch up with you
hopefully.
again. Because we're back in August, and you'll be back in
Yes.
August.
Hopefully.
And you'll have been home at that time.
We
You'll have been to the consulate in Manchester.
Yes.
Hopefully, get me some pictures so everybody
yeah.
can see how we
You'll
went
get
on.
them.
And we'll
Hopefully
see you
we're
in
going waving the.
waving the visa. Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
fantastic. So we will bring you up to date in the second episode, but we will catch up in September or August, September, and we'll bring you up to date with Grahame and Julie's story, and we can see how they've gone on. Last November, we recorded the second part of Julie and Graham's journey to get a non-lucrative visa. We met them in November, originally put off by the cost and the amount of online misinformation. They were a bit dubious about going in for the non-lucrative visa. In fact, they'd given up on it. And then they decided to do it because they got some help from some really good friends of theirs. So we met up with them last November and we had a really good chat about how it had progressed and what had happened since we saw them last April. So,
See how it went.
hello and welcome. And as you know, Grahame and Julie from episode 1, we'll put a link in the description so you can see what that episode was, a brilliant episode. They're in the process of obtaining their non-lucrative visa. So welcome, Grahame and Julie.
Hello.
And we saw you in April, wasn't it? It was April. We went home in May, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then you went back to the UK in June, roundabout. So how's it been going since we last saw you in April? Just tell us a little bit about how things have gone.
Well, we got home. Couldn't wait to check that we'd got the police record and everything, the marriage certificate, everything was okay. So that was phew.
Yeah, great, good.
So then the next thing we had to do was to make the appointment
Yeah,
to
okay.
do
So,
it online.
and that was in Manchester.
Yes.
Yeah.
We thought it was a consulate, but it's not. It's called the BLS.
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 Yeah. It's the visa application centre.
It's a visa application
Yeah.
centre. Yeah. Was it a long drawn out meeting?
No, not really. We had an appointment for 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
We got there for about 1:45. And we just waited for it. We got there. We got in actually at 1 o'clock. Right. We was called up at 1 o'clock. Just each one of us did our own paperwork. We showed it him, and he looked at it, and he was very pleased with it, and said everything was fine.
Yeah, good.
So
a lot easier than you thought.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
it. You just put it in a pack. We had to go and have a photo taken down the bottom. We had that done. And we was out for about, I think, 1:15,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Something like that.
In fact, it was so easy, we
Yeah.
thought, that can't be right. It's not too easy. We couldn't believe it.
Yeah, so yeah, that was it. Job done.
Yeah, I mean, did you make any preparations in anticipation of the move? Because at that point you're thinking, well, it's happened now.
We
done
did. We
the
thought,
meeting.
yes, that's fine. We better start selling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I unfortunately,
So Graham sold the house.
unfortunately, I sold all the furniture, and so we got nothing. We'd got one chair, one airbed, and that's where we've been for the last.
No telly.
No telly. I sold the telly the first day. And
I said sold the house. I meant the house contents.
The
We'd already
contents,
sold the
yeah,
house. Yeah, that weren't
no,
a problem.
It's the house contents.
Good job.
No.
Yeah, so we had nothing. So everything was gone, basically. We kept to the basics.
Right.
And waited.
And waited.
Yeah,
and
waited.
And waited.
Yeah,
And waited.
And was it a long time scale between having the appointment and
It
Yeah.
was,
the result?
It was
unfortunately.
about 15 weeks.
Yes.
Getting on for 15
Yeah,
weeks.
that's a long time.
There is there's an app that when you go into the BLS, they give you on your receipt that you pay where you pay your money. There is an actual like a tracking thing.
Right.
So you put that in, go into the BLS site, put that in, and it tells you what's happening. And what did it say?
It kept saying that the application's at source.
Which means basically
It had gone to Spain. It was in Madrid being processed there because they check
the
to see
police
if you've got a
record.
Spanish police
Yeah,
record.
police record for
Yeah.
that. that was it. We just kept looking on the
kept
site,
waiting.
and
Yeah.
it kept looking and kept looking. And then when we got a text, didn't you, about the courier? Well, I got a text to say that the passports were with the courier.
Yes.
So when
Yeah.
we went back on the site, when I went back on just to have a look what it said, it did say, and then I'd changed from that to passports will be the courier type thing.
Yeah, and that was 13 weeks.
Nearly 15
No,
months.
Sorry, 15
Yeah, nearly
weeks. Yeah,
15.
I
Going
mean,
on
I've
for
heard that
15
London
weeks.
is like 4 weeks.
Oh, it's,
Sometimes London's 4 weeks, sometimes Edinburgh's 2 weeks.
Yeah, I wonder why Manchester is
But you
so-
can't choose where you,
You
go.
can't
No.
choose where
You're
you
in a
go. It's
catchment
based on your
area.
postcode.
yeah, it's on your
Yeah.
postcode,
Yeah.
so you've
Yeah.
got to go
You've got
where
to
they
go where
tell
they
you to
say,
go.
yeah.
There must be a lot of Lowry characters working at the Manchester office. You know, the little fellas like this and Steve Double like that.
We don't know, but
We don't know.
it was, you know, it weren't. There was, everybody was waiting roughly about that.
It's
round
just
that
a
time.
waiting.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
awful,
Just the
really.
waiting, yeah.
Right.
But when you got an airbed and one chair, it's a long time.
And no telly.
No telly, airbed and one chair.
At least you'd have to pay for your TV license.
No.
I had to buy lots of masking tape to keep the bed up.
Oh, yeah, gaffer tapes. Yeah.
Gaffer tape, yeah. Yeah, it kept going down.
Not very
Oh,
comfortable.
it weren't. No, it wasn't.
So tell us about the day that the package came or the courier came with the.
Oh, it was so exciting, weren't it? So exciting. I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
Looking out the window.
Yeah.
But I think Graham felt a
I
little
must
bit
admit, everybody, the thought that yes, you'll be fine, you'll be great, you
Yeah.
know, won't worry about it, and you've got it, you know, all that. But I've always been sceptical about it. I said I'm never until I get it in my hand. There's no way I'm gonna think I've got it. And when we got it, she said that, didn't you? There's a paper in it.
I could feel that there was something other than the passport in the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew there was a letter of some sort.
Right.
So that sort of put signals up for him, thinking, oh, what's wrong? Why they put a letter in?
Yeah. And then we just opened it.
Opened it.
Yeah. And what was it?
What was in there?
Not a lot.
No visa. No visa.
I said, don't check it, don't read the paper. I said, look at your passport first. And we were skipping through the pages like this,
Shaking
trying
it.
to see where, you know.
Looking for the
And
visa.
there were no visa.
Oh, well. So that was disappointing.
It
Yeah.
was very
No.
devastating, to be
Yeah.
fair.
So how did you feel? at that
Devastated.
time?
I couldn't believe it. Ed went down on the table and that was that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
So
bit
you
of a
were,
blow.
in fact, rejected.
Yeah,
We were.
it was rejected.
We were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't know why at that
No,
point.
you
Because
can't.
everything seemed okay.
Yeah, you can't ask anybody. You've just got the rejection letter
Yeah.
and that's it.
And did you
Right.
feel as though all your dreams had just
Oh, definitely.
flown out the
Oh, yeah,
window?
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd been planning on things for a long time, what we were going to do once we got to Spain. Graham were a little bit more reserved about
get
it.
to a state where, you know, you start saying, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we could do, when we do this and we can do that.
And then
I
we'd
always
say,
say,
"Stop.
don't
Stop."
rush.
Yeah.
Stop doing that, so, because you just don't know what's going to happen. And I've always felt that up until then. For some reason, I don't know why I did.
Yeah.
But everybody around us just said, yeah, you'll be fine, you'll be okay.
But you always had that doubt in the back of your mind.
Yeah. And it was
And
very
then
disappointing.
when we looked at the letter, it was money related. They
Yeah.
said no
Yeah.
because of the funds.
Well, that's an absolute shocker. We really felt for them after such optimism from Julie, although Graham always did have a bit of a doubt, and he was always a little bit reserved about it, wasn't he?
It was, yeah.
In the last episode, we found out Grahame and Julie's application had been rejected by the Manchester BLS, that's the North of England Spanish Visa Application Centre.
The NLV is an ideal pathway for a retired couple with some savings to live in Spain all year round.
The requirements for the NLV are applicants must have a passive income or sufficient savings of at least €28,800 per year plus €7,200 per year for each additional family member. So a couple would be €36,000, and that's around £31,000 per year at the current exchange rate.
The initial visa is valid for 1 year and it can be renewed for a further two-year periods. After 5 years, you can apply for residency, and after 10 years, you can apply for citizenship.
Private health insurance is required also, but if you're a pensioner, you can use the S1 form to swap onto the Spanish health system.
The work restrictions. This visa does not allow employment or self-employment in Spain. Only income from passive sources is accepted.
A medical certificate is required, and that's a health certificate confirming the applicant does not suffer from any infectious diseases.
The applicant must have a clean criminal record.
And proof of residency is required in the consular jurisdiction. That's the evidence that the applicant lives within the jurisdiction of the Spanish consulate.
After last week's shock ending, let's see what happened next.
Now then, we left episode 2 on a bit of a cliffhanger. So if you haven't seen the previous 2 episodes, there's a link in the description to both of them. So check them out and have a look.
Did Chris at Upsticks take the reins and solve the problem for you?
He did. As soon as we told him what had happened, he said to us, send me the letters. And when he seen the letters, he just couldn't believe what had happened. They had actually treated us as a single person
rather than a married couple.
Rather than a married couple. Separately, we wouldn't have been able to afford to do it, but together, as a couple, it was possible. And when I'd seen the paperwork, I knew from that we was okay, because I knew that Chris from Upsticks, he wouldn't have let us go any further if we couldn't afford to do it, because it was just money related. And they just obviously have made a mistake on our finances.
Yeah.
Do we know exactly what the mistake was?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Well, we think we do.
We think we do.
They don't tell you.
No.
They don't tell you officially.
They're not going to own up to any mistakes.
No.
We just think they hadn't done the sums right and added the pensions up and the savings right.
Yeah, and am I right in thinking that Chris has never had anybody?
He was really upset.
He was,
really was, because it just doesn't happen to him.
And it happened twice that
And he
week.
had 2 in the same week.
And it's probably the same people that caused the problem.
Probably, but we'll never know.
They probably need a new calculator.
Well, they need something.
Or put a battery in it. Or something. Yeah.
But you know, the upset it caused, it's just unreal.
Yeah, I mean, it's devastating, isn't it?
It is.
You know?
Up until then, I was sceptical anyway.
Yeah.
As I said to you in the last one, when I seen what I seen the paperwork, you were still. It was devastating.
My train of thought was they've said no and that's it now. Are they going to back down and say we've made a mistake, or is that it? So I was really down.
But I know.
Yeah.
It's only the money, and I know that, as I said to you, if Chris wanted to let us go any further, if we hadn't got the money.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew we had the money, and I knew that it'd been worked out right, and so that was all it was, and I knew that was all it needed to do. That's why we appealed.
How do you think you'd have gone on if you hadn't have had Chris at Upsticks?
Oh, no,
Probably
there's no way
left
we
it,
could have done
actually.
it. No.
Because we wouldn't have known where to start.
No.
That's right.
Well,
We wouldn't have known what to do.
we wouldn't have known where to start in the first place.
No.
You know, without Chris, we'd just been stuck, wouldn't we? We just wanted to.
It's not the sort of thing, because there's so many complications to it, and the language barriers and things like that. It's not the sort of thing you take on your own, is it?
No.
You do need an expert to help you through it.
Yes, it's a lot of money to pay and stuff.
To actually get
but
the
I'd
visa.
rather do that
Yeah.
than struggle each time.
It's worth it.
Yes.
Yeah, because at least the least littlest thing on paperwork, they'll reject it, and you've got to redo it all again. So you get somebody to do it professionally, and he did, and he was fantastic.
So Chris put in an appeal.
Yes, he did.
He did. Yeah, we got a letter.
How long did it take to get from the thing going wrong and being rejected to being sorted out? Was that a long, 13 weeks wait?
About a week.
Wow.
It was done in a week, yeah.
Yeah, Chris did the letter straight away.
Yeah, he did a letter, and he pointed out to him everything that...
He did. Which we'd already said previously, let me say. We'd already told them everything they needed to know, but we doubled it up. We did it all again.
Right. I mean, he's saying that you've got to have 400% iPreme.
Which we'd got.
Yeah. But he said we had actually got 500. Yeah. Which was more than enough for what we wanted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they must have realised they made a mistake to do it so quickly.
So quickly,
you know, to get it back in a week.
Yeah.
They thought, we've made a mess here. Yeah. Let's put it right. So be thankful for that, I suppose.
That was quick, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, we're just waiting for the apology letter, but we didn't get one. You know, here's £1,000. You can spend it on what you like. And
Did you actually lose any expense? Was there anything else you had to do because of that? Were you out of pocket through it for any reason? Like, did you have to make any more trips anywhere?
I mean, yes, luckily the first time,
right,
the first time our friends Sue and Simon took us, they drove us up there in the car.
Yeah.
But obviously the second time they were over here in Spain, so we had to make our own way, which was a train.
It was train, we had to catch a train there, and then we went to the consulate. We went up to the desk. She said, she looked at him when we were looking. The first thing I want to point out is that Julie got a text
message from
I didn't
the
get
consulate.
the text at all. Julie got one.
Now, they'd always dealt with Grahame, always. Everything's done in the man first.
Yeah.
The woman's secondary, if you like.
Yeah.
So for me to get the text message, I thought it was a scam. I honestly thought it was a scam.
Yeah.
All it said was Grahame and Julie.
Yeah.
No reference, no numbers, no nothing. Just come get your passports.
You've got 4 weeks to pick your passports up.
Anyway, so he gets there, and the woman on the thing said, "Show me, you got a letter?" And I said, "Yeah," on the phone. And as soon as she seen that, you was all right.
I felt better then. Once she saw that the message was okay, you know.
But the funny thing is, we went up to the desk when it was our turn, and the woman said,
You'll have to
come back. Now, I thought she was going to say come back next day or something like that. So I thought, oh yeah.
He said, we've got a train booked. I said, we'll be back, we'll be back.
Yeah. I said, well, we've got a train booked.
Obviously rebooked that.
Yeah.
So basically, we were roughly
just
about
expenses,
£200 down
Travel
to what we shouldn't have been. If it should have gone through, no problem at all, but it didn't, so obviously.
It's cost you money.
It's cost us money.
Put it right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's brilliant. Well, it's a great outcome, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
When we got the thing, we actually texted it to Chris, and he was driving at the time, I think, and he was so, over related.
He was really relieved and happy.
And he said, the other couple that was like you, they got theirs the day before you. He said, but I didn't want to say nothing until in case you get your hopes up. So
So it worked out for all of us.
Yeah, he was really chuffed. Yeah.
So obviously, I was going to ask you, how did you feel? And he's obviously, you felt fantastic.
Yeah,
well, it was wonderful. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So did you pick everything up there and then at the office, what you needed then, or did you have to
stick
wait
it
for the
in.
post again?
No, they stick it in.
They stick it in.
That's why we had to go back, because they have to print it while you're there.
Right. Yeah.
She asks you what date you want to go. You're going into Spain, and I assume that's why, because they won't have them already ready. They got to put the date on. So we gave them a date that we want to go. So she said, "Oh, okay, I'll make it this date." And she said, "You can go in after that date."
Yeah. That's good, isn't it?
So we just hanged about and went back, and they rang through, and she said, "Yeah, they're ready." Gone back, and they were there.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And then it was just telling everybody.
It was just,
we can do it. Yeah, we could.
Yeah, relief. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
So what did you do then? In terms of the UK situation.
Well, we booked some flights.
Yeah. To come straight back out again.
Book the flights.
Yeah.
You got home first and then booked your flights.
Yeah.
I mean, we did have another 4 weeks before we went.
No, it weren't.
Was it about 3 weeks?
No, we didn't.
On the airbed.
Only a couple.
In the one chair.
We just wanted to say bye to all the family that we could, so we went to see different people.
Yeah, just to say good cheer and that, but...
we had a few days with your sister and mum, didn't we?
Yeah.
Said goodbye.
All your sort of rental things and your house and your furniture and everything had gone by that time.
Yeah, we sorted that out.
Just a matter of handing the notice in on the apartment we'd got.
No,
right.
The furniture had gone ages ago.
You just got a bed, yeah.
We didn't have any furniture. We just had a bed that kept finding holes in it somewhere and kept taping it up. But and one chair in the window. So I had my perch in the window and she was on the bed.
So you came back to Spain. And what did you have to do when you got back here?
Nothing really, no.
Not done
What
anything
about your
yet.
padron or anything like
That's
that?
all in hand. We
Right.
got a phone call from Jane. Now she works with Chris.
Yeah.
She takes
That's
over the second
that's the
stage.
second stage
Right.
with Jane.
So we've not
Yeah.
really done anything yet.
Okay.
But
She's booked the appointments.
She
Yeah.
booked an appointment for the 15th of
15th of December
December.
for the TIE.
Also, I'd like to point out that the padron now is done online.
Okay.
You don't need the padron now to get your TIE card.
Right.
And you don't need to go to the town
You don't
hall
need to go to town
Is
hall.
that
apply
new?
for
That's
it.
a new thing.
Well, yeah, I
think
think
so,
they've changed
yeah.
it. Yeah, they've changed it. So now it's done online, the padron.
Yeah.
All we've got to do ourselves for the TIE is go down and have a photo taken, because the photo is smaller than the normal
Passport.
photo you have for the passport.
Yeah.
And so she puts you in touch with somebody that they
Right.
do that,
Okay.
wouldn't they?
Yeah, and then
So
it's
it's
off
good.
to Alicante. We've got an appointment at Alicante.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long did the whole process take then, from start to finish?
7 months,
Well,
wasn't it?
yes, from the first phone call to up sticks and to arriving in Spain, it was 7 months.
7 months. It's quite a long time.
It is.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is.
Very long time to wait, yeah.
It is.
A lot of waiting.
Especially when you're hearing they're coming out of London and Edinburgh, you know,
Yeah.
in weeks, right?
Yeah.
In 1 or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, and some that come out and run in weeks. So, and when you've been hearing all that,
Yeah.
it does gets a bit.
Bit of a roller coaster then,
It's
wasn't
Yeah.
it?
strange why it takes so long
know.
from Manchester
I
then.
know. Nobody's got any answers.
No.
Yeah.
I would just like to say, I know I've mentioned it before, and it's a big thing for us, isn't it? But for if it weren't for Sue and Simon,
We wouldn't have even done it because we didn't think we could afford it.
Yeah.
They worked it all
Yeah.
out.
they
for
worked
us.
it all out. They were the ones that instigated us going into it.
Yeah, they're
Oh, if
motivated.
we're out
to do
there,
it.
They did.
we would have been still thinking, we can't do it, we can't do
Yeah.
it. Because there's nothing around to say that you could do it.
Just say a nice,
would-
a nice big thank you to Sue and Simon on that.
So a
camera.
Thank
big,
you.
big thank you to Sue and Simon.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so we
Yeah,
owe them
brilliant.
a bit of debt, don't we, really?
Yeah, great.
Is that a Morse?
Oh no, that's another one.
Is
There
it?
we
I
go.
don't know.
Hey!
It's on your thumb?
Oh, that is.
Oh yes.
Is it a muzzer?
I don't know.
Has it got any blood on it?
No.
No, it's all
I
right.
don't know.
This is Spain, folks. This is Spain now. This is where you come from.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
So, is there anything else you want to tell us, or tell tell our subscribers about the situation? Anything we've missed at all? I'm not quite
Well, I
sure.
just
We've
say
gone
if
through-
you
Any
do,
advice?
if you
Yeah.
do get a rejection, don't give up.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
Whatever you do.
There's always hope.
If you think you're right
Yeah.
and you know
Carry on.
they're wrong, get it sorted.
Yeah,
If you've
sure.
got someone like Chris at Upsticks or someone like them, they'll put it right.
Yeah.
I think we ought to say thank you to Chris at Upsticks.
Yes, definitely. All the team actually.
Yeah.
They've been brilliant and they will be brilliant because it's ongoing.
Yeah,
And
excellent.
we're very grateful for what they've done.
Of course we are.
And now we're in with Jane now, and we've spoke to her, and she seems a very nice person.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll get on very well.
Brilliant. They do a great job.
Yeah, they've done a
Okay.
great job. Yeah. Well worth the money.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
As soon as Chris said, I'll sort this out for you, I felt better.
It just put you at ease.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he can't believe what happened. So,
Yeah.
Jane's taken over the second
yeah,
stage.
Jane's taken over the second stage. She's already made us an appointment on the 15th of December to get our TIE card.
You can't get in without a tie. TIE. Well, we'll put a link to Upsticks and Chris in the description below. And I think that's about all we've, isn't it?
Yeah.
That has been a brilliant episode. Thank you very much for
You're welcome.
telling
Thank
us the
you.
story.
You're welcome.
I'm
Thank
sure
you.
that
Thank
people
you.
will be absolutely riveted.
Yeah.
We got episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. Links in the description. Watch them all if you haven't seen the first one, the second one. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap the video up.
Yes.
Don't you?
Yes.
So, it's a thumbs up if you enjoyed the
Thumbs up.
video.
Yeah.
Thumbs down if you haven't enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already.
Because it's free.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell. 3, 2, 1.
Hey!
Adios.
Hey, adios.
Oh, pings all around, folks. Celebration. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Oh. Is it your signature dish?
So, a very happy ending thanks to Chris and his team at Upsticks.
So tune in to our channel, don't miss out. With Mike and Yvonne, we'll show you about between the lakes where happiness flows, cycling through the coast where